Hey everyone, what's going on? It's your boy Krebsy Crypto, and I am back with another video. This one's about solo mining Bitcoin again. My previous video a few months back was about that, and this is kind of like a follow-up and more info into it. So as you see, I have two S9s out here. I have them running out in my living room, because as you can tell, there's just barely any sound coming from it, any external sounds from my mining room, but it might sound loud, but really there's no noise at all. I have one just computer power supply, mining power supply. It's about like 1300 watts. It's running both of them, but I'll get into all this. But yeah, I just wanted to follow up and show you what pool and how I'm mining with Bitcoin and what I'm doing with these S9s and kind of what I've been doing over these past months and stuff like that. So with these S9s, I have them each running one hash board each. So it's barely using any power. I have Brains OS on both of them. I can make a video on how to install that and everything if you guys want, because with these S9s, obviously they're very outdated. So there's a certain way you have to install Brains OS with them. You can do the flashcard method, but there is a way to do it from your computer over the network and just do it that way. But yeah, of course, these are very old. You know, I'm not recommending going out and getting a bunch of these, but they're very cheap. They're like 20 to 40 bucks, and you can tune them down with Brains OS. I have each of these running anywhere from 170 watt to 200 watt, and they're each getting 2.5 terahash, and they're not producing any heat, they're not producing much sound. It's not a bother. Obviously, depending on your hydro rate, running like a couple of them could be a little costly compared to getting like a bitaxe or something. But I find with a lot of these solar miners, you're like buying like, you're spending like $500 for $300 even. Like any realm in that is just kind of crazy to me for a solo miner. Of course, the payoff is great if you do hit it, but they're just kind of selling the shovel to like the people that are going to dig holes. You know what I mean? They're just being the supply, and they're kind of taking advantage of that. So you can go and get some cheap S9s like this, and you can tune them down and kind of have them relatively close to what some of these bitaxes and stuff do. Of course, it's not going to be par to par, but you know, they do make some nice heaters and stuff like that. You can get like the S17s and S19s, and you can mod them for 120 volts, so just standard household like this, and have them running as well. Of course, that's probably a smarter way, because they can run like, I believe you can tune it down to like 500 or 600 watts for like 30 to 40 terahash. But of course, that's not the topic of this video. This one's about the S9s, and I also have my nerdaxe running on solar energy over there. So I have a few of them running, and I'm using Parasite Pool. I'm going to show you guys how to set that up. I wouldn't really call it a pool, it's solo mining. But what it does is with Parasite Pool, it's kind of like a hybrid solo. So everyone's solo mining, but then when you hit a block, the block finder gets 1 Bitcoin, and then 2.25 Bitcoin gets dispersed between the rest of the people, depending on the whole rank system. But we'll get into all that. I'll be showing you all that in the video after. But yeah, we can deep dive into more of what I'm doing with these S9s on my dashboard and stuff. But I just wanted to show you my little setup. I have a router here connecting to my other Wi-Fi, and I have these Ethernetted in. And like I said, they're very quiet. They're not making much noise. I just have the one PSU here, and I just have like a cap on the motherboard connection, so that way it's cut off and it's pretty much jumping it, so that way this can boot without being hooked up to a motherboard. And like I said, it's very quiet, as you can hear. Even the power supply, it's barely even running. Both of these rigs, it's just the one hash board on each one. So in total, this is probably around 400 watts. Of course, it's a little much. You could run probably a different ASIC and make a little more money, like I said. But I don't want to go and spending hundreds and hundreds and going crazy. I wait for the right deals. And like I said, if you can get some cheap S9s and stuff, it's not a bad deal. And I'll go over and show you my little nerdaxe here. But as you see, I have the nerdaxe, and this is running right off my solar here. It charged up during the daytime here, so it's just purely running off the solar charge. I have my solar panel out on my patio, but I don't want to get much into that in this video. I can make a video on that if you guys want, so I can show you my solar setup and how you can do it at home too for a very affordable price. I didn't spend much. But yeah, so this is only getting about 500 gigahash, but again, it's only using like 20 watts of power, 19 watts. So relatively low power consumption. Like I said, comparing it to an S9, the S9 obviously is very inefficient, because with Parasite Pool, you do get some payouts each time people do find a block through solo mining on there. So you do make a little return. Obviously, I'm not looking to go and buy rigs to make a return on Bitcoin solo mining or anything of the sort. But I know people are always asking, oh, what about pool mining? What about this with like bitaxes and stuff? This is probably your best way to go about it. And we'll jump over to my computer now and I'll show you these S9 stats and show you Parasite Pool and get that set up and running. Alright, so now we're over on my computer as you see. Here is my one S9. As you see, it's 2.4 terahash. It doesn't show the power wattage because I'm using like a manual underclock here. So as you see here, I have 8.15 voltage and 350 megahertz, so it's quite underclocked. I believe the normal frequency is around like 600 megahertz, something like that. So it's pretty up there, so I cranked it way down, so that's how you kind of reduce the power usage. And as you see, the temperatures aren't that bad. The board temp is 74 and the chip temp is 82, which is fairly good. The fans are running at a very low RPM, so you barely hear them. And this is the other one, sorry for the flashbang. This one runs a little warmer. Again, some S9s and these older ones, they have some wear and tear and they've been used for a while. So don't be surprised if temperatures go a little bit higher, but this is still relatively safe with an S9 as I've researched. And as you see, the fans are still running low, 960 RPM, 900, 1700, and as you heard, you barely heard them. And this one has the exact same underclock. You can go ahead and auto-tune them, but I've never had luck with it for some reason, so I just look up some manual tunes and figure it out that way. And like I said, I have them set up here, so this is Parasite Pool. This big dip, I had a power outage, so ignore that. That's nothing to do with the pool. But as you see here, I have 5.51 terahash, which is about right because 2.5 is 5 terahash, and then the extra 500 gigahash. So about 5.5 terahash. And then it shows obviously your best difficulty. That's my best one with one of my S9s. I've been running this whole setup for about a month and a half. So I'm not expecting much. I'm not expecting to hit blocks, but I was a part of 2 blocks here. So I did get a little bit of payout from this solo mining hybrid setup. And it does track your total work. So this works, like I said, with leaderboards and stuff because it is a hybrid pool. So it tracks all of your work, as you can see. So each block that I did be a part of, as you can see, it shows your difference rank, it shows your top difference, your work rank, your work in general, how your block rank, and how many blocks I guess you hit within that block, something like that. I'm not entirely sure of their whole system breakdown, but it's all to do with leaderboards. So essentially, you don't have to have a lot of hash power as long as you have very stable internet, very low ping, and connections are good and things stay on and your whole setup is stable. You will get rewarded. So it's not necessarily, obviously higher hash rate is good, don't get me wrong. But if someone comes in here with an abundance of hash rate, but they have very bad internet, it's not going to do well in terms of rewards and getting ranked and stuff like that. So as you see here, you have all of them. So I have both of mine running, my S9s, and then my nerdaxe. It shows all your submissions. This is your chart, and these red dots, I believe, are the difficulty you hit within all that. You can connect to it. Again, this is just a personal dashboard. And as you see, once you have these pop up, those are the blocks you're a part of. So I only got paid like a couple dollars out of each one, but that's still, a little bit of Bitcoin towards, getting with the S9 rather than it sitting on a shelf. Yeah, it's consuming power, but I don't run this kind of like a business. I pay hydro separately because my hydro bill isn't much to begin with. So I pay that separately. I don't kind of combine it with my mining. I know it's not recommended and I don't suggest to do it, but I don't, sell my crypto at all. I hold and everything. I pay my hydro separately. So I just look at everything as I just mine it for what it is. But again, of course, you can go ahead and hit a block and you will get 1 Bitcoin, and the 2.25 is spread out according to the ranking system. You come here and this is like your main dashboard and how you set up and stuff like that. I forget where it shows how to connect to it. There's usually the address thing. I'm not sure where it went. So click here. No, I don't have to do any of that. But anyways, when you when you click this, this must be a new system, so you must have to enter the Bitcoin address and approve it, and then you'll get your stratum. I haven't been on this in a minute, so because I just let this run. This is not something you check like every day, you know. You'll check your Bitcoin wallet or something, and then you'll see the Bitcoin, and then that's when you go look. But yeah, so this whole connect thing, you must enter your address, and then you must sign with it. So I'll just test with mine here. So manual connect. Okay, so yeah, so there you go. So it's just approving your address, and then it gives you your worker name and then the stratum. You do it on the home page. So whatever address what you're mining with is what you do, because it looks like you can set up lightning as well. So if you want to set up lightning withdrawals or anything. But so if you go here, as you see, it's connected, so you can disconnect it. It's just simply through your Bitcoin address. I didn't have any extensions, nothing like that. So once you do click that, then it'll bring you to your account, and that's where you can get your stratum and obviously your username. It's pretty straightforward like any other pool. Like I said, you just want to let this sit and do its thing. Before I end here, I just want to go over all this. I got kind of lost with the whole connect and setup thing. But as you see here, it has all the info just like most pools. Obviously, this average to find a block is totally random. It changes sporadically depending on hash rate, difficulty, things like that. So you can see all the stats. You can see the hash rate of the pool itself. You can see it here on this chart as well. You can see all their averages, users and workers. And as you see here, so here's a leaderboard since the last block. And that's, I believe that's what they go off of. I don't know if it's all time or last block that they go off of. But as you see here, the difference, the loyalty, things like that. So if you stay up, you stay mining, you get like loyalty points, and you get up on the leaderboard that way. Top difficulty, so if you hit a high difficulty, you go up on the leaderboard, and then I believe you get a little bit extra Bitcoin on the next payout. And then, like I said, loyalty, and they have a few others as well. But yeah, it's a pretty cool system, this whole hybrid system, because it gives a way for you to still kind of earn a little bit of Bitcoin. And then if you do hit a block, you still get 1 Bitcoin. I know some people will be like, well, I want the full 3. Well, you know, this still isn't a bad way, because at the end of the day, when a block is hit, you're still getting a part of that person's block, and you're still getting maybe 1 Bitcoin out of it, which is still a good chunk of money and a good stepping stone. You know, lock that up, put that somewhere safe. But again, this is a cool system. It's something I really haven't seen. It tracks all the current blocks too as well. It shows you which one is mining. So overall, it's a cool system. Myself as well, I'm converting my KC mining pool that I had running, because obviously GPU mining, a lot of coin mining is kind of just down in the dumps. So I'm switching that to a Bitcoin solo mining pool as well, and just a Bitcoin pool overall. So if you want to pool mine or solo mine, I'll have my pool up as well soon enough, and that will be in the description. Same with the Discord for it. This is it right now. I'm still working on it currently. I'm setting up stuff for it, but this will be where my solo setup is. So if you want to go and solo mine through my pool, soon it will be up. Just join the Discord and stay notified and stuff like that. But again, obviously still use Parasite. You know, I'm just kind of sliding my pool in there because eventually I want to build up a little something. I feel like it would be fun for the, you know, something to contribute to the crypto network and stuff like that. But besides the point, if you do want a hybrid style and still kind of earn, if you have some cheap rigs, or, you know, you want to earn something back at least, this is kind of a way to do it. And it's a fun way because you still, again, get 1 Bitcoin or a part of the block itself. Again, like, I don't know if they define it as pool mining, solo mining. I just call it hybrid solo because it's kind of like a little mix of both. But yeah, it's been a bit since I've made a video, and that's why I kind of was talking and rambling and ranting a little bit, following up with the solar and stuff. I have a list of videos I want to get out. I want to start getting more active again on YouTube. It's been summertime here, so I kind of stepped away because in Canada we only have a few months of this nice weather. So I'm kind of out and enjoying it, but I want to get back on the YouTube grind and show you guys what I've been doing. I've been still working on stuff. Again, always still mining, stuff like that. I don't ever really stop. I just find different avenues. I've tried some AI stuff. So I got a lot of adventures and stuff to go over and videos to make. But hopefully, you know, this brought some insight to you. Hopefully, you know, maybe you have an old S9 or some kind of old ASIC, or even some of these lottery miners, and you set up on Parasite or even my pool possibly once that's fully up and running. But again, if you are wanting something that's a little different and still rewarding at the end of the day, Parasite's definitely where to go. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to like and subscribe button, as it lets me know you're still enjoying my content, and more tutorials will come, so make sure to stay notified. But I hope you all have an amazing day, and this is Krebsy Crypto signing out.